You can spend years building the best product, but still have zero customers. Not because it isn't good, but because no one knows you exist. And I learned that the hard way. But once I started building my brand, tons of people reached out to me and became my clients. If you're not getting enough leads and want more clients, I'll show you how I build my brand. Apply these principles and see the same results in your business. Today's video is about building a brand. Let's take two extremes. On this extreme, I have the most valuable brand, and over here, I have the least valuable brand. What's the difference? Ultimately, the difference, in my opinion, is that the most valuable brand in the world is something that everybody remembers. And the least valuable is something that nobody remembers who they are. So if we go back to starting a business, we have really two goals to get really started, to make sure that we get those first sales. So number one, we want to make sure that people know we are out there, and we solve that by promoting. But then soon after that, we also want to make sure that people remember who we are. It's not enough that they see our road sign or our Facebook ad or TV commercial, but they also need to remember who we are. And that really, if we go back to our least and most valuable brand example, that was really the difference. The most valuable brand is something that everybody remembers. Their logo, their slogan, their sayings, their music, everything, their unique fingerprint. And that's what these big successful companies really do. They understand what they stand up for in the beginning. Then they create their unique fingerprint and they stick with those. So ultimately, a brand is your memory in someone else's mind. We all did that at school. We used to write our names on our lunch boxes to make sure that we identified what belonged to us versus what belonged to somebody else. So then the next question, going back to our extreme examples again, what's the tool to get there, to create that most valuable brand that everybody not just knows, but they also remember? The answer and the tool is called attention. Attention is the most valuable currency in modern society. We all trade it. Where attention goes, money follows. What does it mean in practice? Back in the day, it was TV, radio, internet in the early 2000s, and now it's the mobile phone. Everybody's attention is gravitated towards the mobile phone. As long as that form factor dominates, that's where all the attention is. That's where we also need to be as business owners and private people. The ultimate goal is to buy low and sell high. The smartest creators, they buy low and they sell high. They understand that buying low means the same as gaining trust, providing free information, education. Me here standing in front of the camera is trying to do the same thing desperately. If I post that 30-second free Instagram video reel, I convert that free content into paying customers when people join my DM list or buy my product, basically. So it's the same thing at providing content, providing value for free, buying low, and then selling high. If a friend of mine is at a cocktail party, and they start a conversation about me, and as a result, I get an invitation to a podcast the following morning, it's the same as my brand being there, but not me in that room. If I have a 60-minute public speech, I try to help people, provide content, information, education. As a result, people join my news chat, they buy my product, or reach out to me the following morning. That's the same thing, buying low and selling high. So remembering that brand is all about how well people remember who you are, and the tool to get there is attention, which is all over the place nowadays in the mobile devices in today's society. Let's spend a few minutes understanding how attention has developed over time. In the 50s and 60s, it was radio and print. Then came the TV, which was limited number of channels, so mass approach basically. Not many opportunities to target your message yet. So then in the 90s and 2000s, that's changed because we had cable TV, more channels, more opportunity, and the early internet. So then from 05 to roughly 12, that's when we had the Web 2.0, basically blogs dominated that era, followed by YouTube, the long form video that really took off, Facebook and search engine optimization. Then between 2013 and now roughly, this era, social media, short form video and infinite scroll is something that everybody talks about. Let's spend a few seconds on understanding today what the situation looks like. So everything is instant. So there's plenty of supply. We are all bombarded by these short and long form videos constantly. It's all emotion driven. It's always on, constantly 24/7. And the attention span is shorter. TikTok is a good example of that. 6 to 15-second videos seem to be dominating. People keep scrolling endlessly. Creators are the brand. That really starts to be the difference maker. And your brand is truly the edge. In a world where there's plenty of noise, so your brand represents the shortcut to trust in a world full of distraction. So that's really good to understand before we move on to what happens in the future and how we can build our personal brand using the tools that I personally use. And now briefly about the future of attention from my perspective. Unlimited content to limited trust. AI is going to flood the internet with content even more so in the future. How do we gain limited trust? People will always look for that human touch in all the connections. From algorithm to humans. As I mentioned, this is really the magic maker here. So people are going to be at some point, based on my opinion, be fed up and tired of all the algorithms and listen to how to optimize this. It's going to be more towards fewer subscribers, fewer likes, but higher value. And I think that's where the human connection really comes into play. From deep fakes, we already see this all the time, whether it's the presidential election in the US or any other content. People can create these fake videos. So how can we go from fake to authentic? And again, building your personal brand is really going to solve that, in my opinion. This is an interesting one, from several platforms to owning your own audience. Now, pretty much everything is owned and dominated by these 7 key social media platforms. My key question to myself is that how can I own my own audience going forward? How can I incentivize people to join my newsletter or my mailing list or my community for that matter, to have the engagement taken to a deeper, more meaningful level? And then time really is the new luxury. People notice that time and focus is their most valuable resource in the world. So how can we make sure that we offer that undisrupted time to our followers, the people who follow our brand, and see some value in that? Trust ultimately is the key difference maker here. That's how we can convert that attention to paying customers and really deliver 5-star value to these people. It's about something that's real. It's about my voice and my face genuinely, and then about my unique fingerprint, my values. That's what I think trust is made up of going forward, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on, at least personally. And this part of the presentation is really about how I build my brand. This is my blueprint. This is my roadmap. Feel free to copy, take notes, whatever you want to do, but this is the process I follow. So what is it that I do? 3 steps. I only talk about things I have done. State the facts, tell the truth. This is the baseline for all of my communication. I treat this as a public diary. I could do more of it, and I contemplate constantly within my own head about how often to post and what kind of topics to cover. But this is really the direction I'm taking this. So probably in the future, if my current thinking is going to be valid also tomorrow and next week, I'm probably going to start posting shorter videos more often and still stick with these longer 8 to 15 minute deeper content type of videos as well. But it's a combination of both. So we will see how that goes, but I'm not going to stop that, I promise. Number 3, screw normal. What's normal? It's my unique fingerprint that I have created. I don't look normal. I don't behave normal. What is even normal? Forget that whole word. There is no script that you should be following. I'm not going to follow anybody else's script either. I have my very unique own fingerprint, the way I look, the way I speak, the values I have. And that's what I'm going to present here. And that's the unique value add that I can provide to you guys as well. What's my edge? These are really my key qualities that I think differentiate me from the rest of the competition, so to say. And number 1, I have the ability to start and never stop. You can also call me obsessed, relentless, whatever that is, but whatever I start, and I don't start many things because I ask myself first, is this something, this new hobby, this new person or new project, something that I see myself committing time to also in 10 years? And if the answer is no or maybe, that's the same as no, thank you. But then if I start something, I really don't stop. I have the ability to do a lot of volume and do it for a very long period of time. I'm fearless. I've started from scratch 3 times, and my ability to go back to zero is really unique. I'm going to stick with that. It has its challenges too, but it's something that I think makes me different compared to many other people. And then I believe I'm very focused nowadays, so I have the ability to say no to many of the distractions. So here the process I follow really, as far as these are kind of like the attributes as far as how I build my brand. And this is really the step-by-step process. So I identify and create my unique fingerprint, basically what I showed here. And then step number 2, I create attention daily. This is the combination of longer form content and also the shorts that I'm posting. So I really want to be focusing on daily part. This is, to me, I would say in the ballpark of 5 to 7 posts, organic, unique posts on a daily basis. I need to ramp that up going forward, but step by step. First, I need to get better, provide deeper, more meaningful value to you, and then I can increase the volume. Then the next step is to convert that attention, provide real value whenever people reach out to me, and then deliver that attention. So making sure that it's all trust-based. I want to make sure that whoever I'm helping, always the first question is that, is this something that offers value to you long-term? If you're a paying customer or a client, is there really value? I mean, should we continue? That's the first question in my mind. And that's why every single client, there's always a so-called say no to period in the beginning, where I'm like, okay, well, you can walk away anytime. Well, you can walk away anytime anyhow. But in the beginning, I always offer a short free period so that people get to see how I work and what I do. So these really are important to me so that I can establish trust and offer true value to my clients going forward. This is my process. Feel free to copy. But really the key here is that you need to build your unique fingerprint. Everybody is unique. There is no one else that you should be copying. Not me, not anybody else. You are special for a reason, so you should stick with that. You've already done the hard part. You've put in the work. Now it's time to make sure that people see it. Build that brand, create the story, and turn attention into leverage. Once you understand how attention works, you don't need to chase opportunity anymore. You start attracting it. If you liked the video, please hit the like and the subscribe buttons. I would highly appreciate it. Thank you for your time and your attention. I know it's your most valuable resource. I'll talk to you again next time. Thanks and bye.